This December, Britain is gripped by a dramatic cold snap, snow, ice, and biting winds sweeping the country. Streets are blanketed in white, and daily life has slowed as people bundle up against the chill. The sudden shift has caught many off guard, with icy roads and frosted windows becoming a common sight across towns and cities. But the real reason for this wintry blast isn't on the ground. It's high above us, in a powerful, invisible river of air called the jet stream. This fast-moving current shapes our weather, steering storms and cold fronts across the continent. When the jet stream is strong and straight, we get our usual mild, wet winters. Rain falls instead of snow, and temperatures stay relatively comfortable, allowing life to carry on as normal. But when it weakens and wobbles, everything changes. The jet stream can dip and twist, letting in blasts of cold air from the north or even the east, disrupting our familiar weather patterns. Right now, the jet stream has collapsed, swinging open the door to Arctic air and plunging us into deep freeze. This shift has allowed frigid winds to sweep down from the polar regions, bringing snow and ice to areas that rarely see such extremes. Understanding this atmospheric engine helps us make sense of the wild weather and prepare for what's next. By tracking the jet stream, meteorologists can predict sudden changes and help us get ready for whatever winter throws our way. In this video, we'll break down what the jet stream is, why it matters, and how its collapse is shaping our December. We'll explore how this invisible force in the sky can turn a mild winter into a season of snow and ice almost overnight. Plus, we'll share practical tips to help you stay safe and warm during this chilly spell, from preparing your home to dressing for the cold. Stay tuned to learn how to weather this winter's surprises and keep your family comfortable and secure. Picture a ribbon of fast-moving air, 5 to 7 miles above us. This is the jet stream. It roars around the northern hemisphere, driven by the temperature difference between the icy Arctic and the warm tropics. The jet stream acts as a barrier, usually keeping cold Arctic air locked away and pulling milder Atlantic air towards the UK. When it's strong and straight, we get classic British weather: grey, damp, breezy, but rarely freezing. Pilots use the jet stream to save time and fuel, riding its current like a river in the sky. But when the jet stream weakens or meanders, it can unleash dramatic changes on the ground. This high-altitude river shapes not just our weather, but even the way we travel. Britain's weather is at the mercy of the jet stream's position and speed. This powerful, high-altitude wind current acts like a steering wheel for our weather, guiding systems across the country and shaping what we experience day to day. When the jet stream sits north of us, we're treated to calm, settled weather, sometimes bright and sunny, sometimes crisp and frosty, but usually dry and tranquil. These are the days when the countryside basks in gentle sunshine or glistens with morning frost, and outdoor plans are rarely interrupted. But if the jet stream flows over or dips south of the UK, it acts like a conveyor belt for storms and rain, steering wet and windy weather straight at us. This brings blustery winds, heavy downpours, and dramatic changes that can transform a peaceful day into a stormy one in hours. A fast, straight jet stream means quick changes. Rain one day, sun the next. The weather can flip rapidly, making it hard to predict what's coming and keeping everyone on their toes. But when the jet stream slows down and becomes wavy, it allows one type of weather to linger for days or even weeks. This can mean extended spells of cold, wet, or stormy conditions, with little relief in sight. Britain sits right in the battleground between warm southern air and cold northern air. so even small shifts in the jet stream's path can make a huge difference. These subtle changes decide whether we get a warm breeze or a chilly blast. That's why our winters can swing so wildly, from mild and rainy to cold and snowy, all depending on the invisible river of air overhead. The jet stream's mood sets the tone for the entire season. The jet stream is the real reason for our famously unpredictable weather. It's the hidden force behind Britain's ever-changing skies, making every day a new adventure. This month, the jet stream hasn't disappeared, but it's weakened and become wavy, forming huge loops called Rossby waves. When the temperature difference between the Arctic and the tropics shrinks, the jet stream loses power and starts to meander. These big waves can get stuck, locking in persistent weather patterns for weeks. Right now, Britain is under a southward dip, letting Arctic air flood in and keeping us cold. Meanwhile, other regions under a northward bulge get stuck with unusual warmth. This blocked pattern creates a weather seesaw across the hemisphere, all because the jet stream has lost its usual momentum. This December, the UK is experiencing an unusually intense cold spell. The jet stream's collapse has opened the gates for Arctic air to surge over the UK, allowing frigid winds to sweep down from the north and settle across the country. As a result, temperatures are struggling to rise above freezing by day and plunging well below zero at night. Even during daylight hours, the sun's warmth isn't enough to break the icy grip. And overnight, the cold deepens, making mornings especially bitter. Hard frosts, icy roads, and widespread snow are now common, even in places that rarely see it. Rural areas and city streets alike are blanketed in white, and the frost clings to every surface, creating a winter wonderland, but also hazardous conditions. The cold air picks up moisture over the North Sea, turning showers into snow, hail, or sleet as they hit land. Coastal regions are especially prone to sudden bursts of wintry weather, with snow squalls sweeping in from the sea. With the jet stream too weak to push this cold air away, we're stuck in a deep freeze that lingers for days or even weeks. The cold doesn't just come and go, it settles in, making each day feel colder than the last. This persistent cold snap is what makes this December so impactful. Homes chill, roads freeze, and the risk of wintry hazards rises. People are bundling up, heating bills are climbing, and travel becomes more difficult as ice and snow accumulate. The origin of the air matters. Direct Arctic flows mean colder, snowier conditions than our usual Atlantic weather. Instead of the milder, wetter winters we're used to, this Arctic blast brings a true taste of the far north. That's why even southern Britain is seeing snow and ice this month. From London to the coast, the entire country is feeling the chill, making this December one of the coldest and most memorable in recent years. Across the UK, the effects are clear. Heavy snow in the north, icy roads everywhere, and biting cold rain in the south and west. Major routes like the A66 and M62 have seen dangerous conditions, with school closures and travel disruption. Black ice has turned pavements and roads into hazards, leading to accidents and hospital visits. Even where it's not snowing, persistent cold rain can quickly turn to sleet or snow as temperatures dip. Frozen ground means rain can't soak in, raising the risk of local flooding. These are classic signs of a blocked, Arctic-driven pattern, unpredictable, wintry showers, and a real challenge for forecasters. The bottom line, the UK is firmly under the grip of a cold, wintry air mass, thanks to the jet stream's collapse. So, will the cold last until Christmas? Forecasts suggest this blocked pattern will stick around for at least another week or two. Expect more sharp frosts, icy mornings, and daytime temperatures barely above freezing, especially where snow is already on the ground. Wintry showers will keep coming, especially in northern and eastern areas exposed to the cold wind. If milder Atlantic air tries to return, it could clash with the cold, bringing heavy snow before any thaw. This battleground could mean disruptive weather for central and southern Britain, so keep an eye on updates. The odds of a white Christmas are higher than usual, especially in the north. It's a dynamic situation, and we'll be tracking every change. Staying safe in this weather is all about preparation. Check forecasts before travelling, and only drive if necessary. Make sure your car is winter ready with essentials like blankets, a torch, and a charged phone. At home, keep your main living space warm, wear layers, and enjoy hot meals and drinks. Look out for vulnerable neighbours. Check they have heat, food, and medication. Watch for black ice on pavements. Wear shoes with good grip and walk carefully, even like a penguin if needed. Be ready for power cuts, keep a torch and radio handy, and avoid candles. These simple steps help everyone stay safe and comfortable, no matter what the jet stream brings. A little preparation goes a long way in a cold snap. The jet stream is the hidden force behind Britain's wild weather, sometimes mild, sometimes Arctic. This December, its collapse has brought a true winter, reminding us how connected our climate really is. Understanding the jet stream helps us plan, prepare, and appreciate the science behind the snow and ice. These patterns won't last forever. The jet stream will eventually re-energize and bring milder weather back. Until then, stay informed, look out for each other, and enjoy the spectacle of a proper British winter. Whether you love the snow or long for spring, the weather gives us all something to talk about. Stay warm, stay safe, and keep watching the skies with us.